Professionally, what I do is I've been a software developer for the last like 6 or 7 years. I've mostly been in office jobs working with computers all day. So I kind of got into fitness as a way to try and like correct my body and just like feel better. I think like due to this pandemic, I kind of had to reevaluate where I was at. And I decided to take the plunge into developer education. So teaching other people how to use software, how to code, and that kind of thing. Teaching people in person at some point, doing webcasts, and using this media to actually kind of like be in front of people, teaching and sharing. And that was actually kind of a component of me joining the program is I'm like, hey, I'm going to be in front of people. I don't want to be self-conscious about my body anymore, which has been a huge issue pretty much my entire life. I've seen this program. I've been following it for a couple of years. Someone I became friends with, Lennon, had great results with the program. And I thought, you know what, let's take the leap into this. My family has a history of cancer and heart disease. And I was like, these are the big things that a vegan lifestyle kind of helps mitigate or get rid of completely. And I started losing weight immediately. My recovery was still really good. It actually got better, hitting new strength results in the gym, like increasing my squat and my deadlift, my clean, my snatch. When I started, I was like 227 pounds. And last week, my average weight was 197.7. So just about 30 pounds so far in the last 3 months. The point where I ran into issues was at the very beginning, like going completely plant-based. Like I had a real emphasis on whole foods because of Forks Over Knives' information. Most of my protein was coming from like lentils, beans, legumes, not a lot of tofu or seitan. Wasn't super into that. And I was so gassy and so bloated all the time. And she said, oh, that'll go away in 3 months. Fast forward 3 years and that was still an issue. I wasn't very smart about how I adjusted my intake. So I gained a lot of weight over a relatively short period of time. I started doing physical therapy for my back, but it didn't, that wasn't enough output to compensate for me eating vegan treats and that kind of stuff, which this program completely fixed because I have 7 days worth of recipes, almost nothing repeats. I'm eating such a huge variety of things. Like it's really fun to like learn all these new recipes and like cook different things every day. I can casually just like look at myself at any point in a mirror and be like, oh, yep, there's abs. Oh, I can see the veins like on my biceps and my forearms again, which have been hiding for the last couple of years. Now that like COVID restrictions are kind of lowering here in Portland, I'm actually seeing friends again and they're like, whoa, what happened? Like, what's your program? Like, how are you doing this? Also just like, congrats, like you look way healthier and happier. That was another thing I thought was really cool about the program is we were doing my call and I mentioned, hey, so like gym restrictions are really harsh here in Portland. I'm really scared of re-injuring my back. So I kind of want to focus on calisthenics. And I just got into gymnastics rings without dropping a beat. They're like, yeah, you can work with Niels. Like he works with gymnastics rings all the time. Like he can hook you up. I thought it would just be like, just typical, like, yeah, you go to the gym and you lift dumbbells and work with cable machines kind of thing. But it's like, no, the program totally accommodated the fact that I have this kind of like, I don't know, fringe fitness interest. My girlfriend and I went out for a hike the other day. I didn't need to stop at any point. Like I used to, which is like weird. And I'm still like, I'm maybe losing a tiny bit of muscle because I'm in a deficit, but like it feels like I haven't really lost any strength or muscle. I guess my biggest learning is you can lose weight and have fun with it and eat awesome food. I think my expectation going in was that I would be eating, like very like bland food, something like very regimented and regular, like I had been doing before. Kind of like surprised me has been like the huge amount of variety, the flavor, just like the quality of the food, like the fact that other people are looking at it and smelling it and they'd be like, oh, what are you cooking? Up until this program, I've always been like, well, if I want to look good, I need to eat boring. But I started at almost 105 kilos. My goal was 95, I think, originally, which is right about where I'm at right now. I want to see how I look at 190 pounds. Like, I want to see how it looks going that low because I've been that low before. The first time that I like really lost weight doing like 8 months of keto, got very skinny, lost a lot of weight and had zero muscle to show for it. But I'm curious to see what I look like at that weight, but with like all the muscle I've gained over the last 4 or 5 years of weightlifting. The exciting part is like, this is only the halfway mark since I signed up for those first 6 months. And I mean, I'm probably going to go longer than that, but it's like, oh, I'm only halfway in and I'm pretty much at my goal. So I need to come up with better goals. Thanks, man.